Yo, it's the kid. So, we're just expanding things up a little bit. So, of course, we've had superhero battle, but I want to just, make this bigger. So, I'm moving things now just to, more interesting, bigger characters. I'm now going into movie characters right now. So, movie characters right now, because I want to just to make this battle thing a lot huge. Because remember, anyone can go against anyone. Krusty the Clown against flipping Bugs Bunny. Elmer Fudd against flipping Bart Simpson. We want to see all those guys face each other. So, it is Darth Vader against your boy Sauron. Two huge characters, arguably two of the greatest villains of all time. Like, when I think of the top villains, these ones come right on top of the list, and I think Darth Vader, and can be said for me, I think the greatest villain, or just as far as just evil, is perhaps Sauron. As far as characterization, with dialogue and everything, perhaps is Vader. So, let these guys fight and let's just see what goes through. So, first attribute is strength. Who is stronger? Who is stronger? If they were both to fight in a cage, who would invoke more strength? This is a difficult one. This is a difficult one. But the reason why I'm rolling with this dude is he has of what he is. And based on what he is, I think for me, this shows that he would be stronger than this dude based on what he is. So, just to make sure that you're not left in the dark, I'm rolling with Sauron. The reason why I'm rolling with Sauron is a flipping warrior. He's been in a battle. And I think when we saw in the flipping Fellowship of the Ring, we saw him grab a mace and literally send hundreds of guys flying to flipping Timbuktu. So that in itself just shows his immense strength. Because when we saw that in Fellowship of the Ring, we were like, what in the flipping heck? Vader hasn't shown that kind of strength. And I think Vader's, his kind of, his strongest attributes, I don't think is just based on pure raw strength. But I think for Sauron, what he has shown, especially what he showed in that battlefield, bro, Vader hasn't shown that. Remember, this is just based on strength, not powers, not capabilities or special things. This is just based purely on strength. So based on that, I'm going to have to roll it with Sauron, who I feel shows a better display of strength over your boy Darth Vader. Skill. Who is more skilled? Who is more skilled? This is very simple. This is very, very simple. Indeed, it's not hard. Because as I spoke about it, no, it's simple. This, you have to understand what this dude is. And again, this is similar to the strength skill. From what this dude is and what we know him for, there's an argument to be said that it's going to be very hard for anyone to beat him purely on skill. Which is why I want to almost do crossovers of movie characters versus comic book characters versus superheroes and let's see how it goes, because skill-wise, it's going to be tough to beat this dude based on what he is. So for me, 100%, this guy, skill is one of his strongest attributes over this dude's skill is maybe his weakest attribute. Vader takes this very easily. Sauron, as we saw, he isn't skilled. He's just super powerful and extremely evil. So what his swag, his calling card is, I'm just bloody evil. And when we saw him on that battlefield, it's like, look, this is just attrition. Just blunt force trauma attrition that he's showing there. Vader, Anakin, he's the chosen one. This guy is the chosen one, and he was arguably, when he reached his peak, this was the most skilled Jedi that anyone had ever seen. And when you saw how he baptized and sacrificed and circumcised and menstruated Luke Skywalker in Empire Strikes Back, that was an insane show. That has to be one of the craziest shows of just pure skill that we've ever seen. Like, Luke couldn't touch this flipping dude. That's why the fights in Return of the Jedi doesn't count, because he's basically, he wasn't focused in Return of the Jedi. When Vader was fully focused and he was fully evil, you ain't beating that flipping dude because he's too skilled. So based on just skill, ain't messing with Vader, aka Anakin, your boy Skywalker. I mean, King Walker. That's what I call him King Walker. You ain't messing with the boy King Walker. So for skill, I think Vader beats down Sauron quite easily. I think it's a sizable thing. In intelligence, woo, this is tough. This is tricky. Both, I would say, show different levels of intelligence. You know, in the way that Vader was able to trap the foes, think of strategy, and even employ the bounty hunter, all of the guys try and get them out. So that strategic planning shows a level of intelligence. Sauron, we didn't see this flipping dude for about 3, 4, 5 films, and this dude was causing damage by saying, "Yo, Saruman, your boys, Uruk-hai, your boys." So he was sending out guys to say what's up to other guys. Who's got the better mind gymnastics? I'm going to have to roll with this dude. The reason why I'm going to have to roll with this dude is because of he showed a better display of intelligence and mind. Sauron. Do you know why I'm rolling with Sauron? Intelligence coincides with mind power. So my thing is this, is that if Vader had better mind power, stroke intelligence, bro, he would have remained evil. He would have remained as a Sith, and he would have screwed up Luke Skywalker. But he fell, his mind got weak, and then he then became. But then an argument can then be said that shows how strong his mind is, because despite the pressure he was under by the Emperors, you know what, Emperor, screw you. I'm going to take away all this Sith evilness that you've poisoned me for so long. I'm going to ride with my boy Luke. But Sauron, look, this Sauron for about 9 hours was able to cause damage without actually physically being there. So literally, all Sauron had was just his mind, and that was it. Because literally, we didn't see this dude for 9 hours, and I'm still pissed off that we didn't actually get a final fight with the boy Sauron. So the fact that Sauron was still scared me and was still a threat without actually physically being there. So he was a threat through pure psychology, and he was tempted. Manipulate your boy Frodo and all those guys. I'm going to have to say intelligence. Do you know what destroys it? So 9 dudes create rings. They spent time and ages creating rings, and this dude somehow created one ring to rule them all. You're a genius. If you can create a ring to rule all these other rings, and you can somehow bamboozle and manipulate guys, no, you're a flipping genius. No, easy. Now this is an easy. See, I forgot that point. Easily, intelligence rides with your boy Sauron. Toughness. Who is tougher? Woo! I like this one. Who is the tougher cookie? This is tough, man. Yeah, this is... Because the dude I'm going with now, is he really tougher? Who is... I know what... Look, you know, let's be fair. Both are their peak. You know what? Yeah. Key thing here is both at their peak. That's the key word I said. Both at their peak. So Vader wasn't at his peak in Return of the Jedi. He was conflicted because he was trying to get Luke in. Peak Vader is Empire Strikes Back. That's peak Vader. That's tier 1 stroke Chief Oga Vader. Peak Sauron, bro, was when you had the flipping ring. So when you had the ring, you somehow allowed a flipping human to chop your arm off. Bro, I'm sorry, man. So you were defeated by a regular human when you had the ring. Empire Strikes Back Vader, Luke didn't land a scratch on this dude. Oh, yeah, he did. Okay, he landed one scratch. He landed one scratch on the dude, and that was it. I think he only landed one blow. But he got so dismembered and destroyed that I think Empire, Vader, can't be touched. He's too strong. He's too strong. So for me, as far as toughness goes, I would have to roll with your boy Vader. Yeah, Vader easily takes it. 100%. Vader easily takes it. 100%. So Vader wins at the toughness. So we're all square at 2-all. And now, here it comes to powers. This is difficult. This is very difficult. Let us explain their powers right now. Vader, the Force. The flipping Force. Move things, manipulate things, enhance his abilities. And we saw the Force used to great effect in Empire Strikes Back. When Little Troops like, but for Sauron, this dude, thousands of miles away, was able to communicate and try to manipulate with Frodo and so forth. So that in itself is crazy. But as far as powers go, who has the more impressive powers? I'm gonna have to roll with this dude because I think this dude's powers, I think, are more effective. I think this other dude's powers, how effective were they? That's the thing. How effective were they? I don't think they were effective at this other dude's powers. So that is why I have to roll with Vader. Like when he used his Force powers, evil Sith powers in New Hope and in Empire, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Like when he was doing some, saber by saber was cool. Once he started using his powers, it was a wrap. I was like, it's finished. Sauron's powers were not really that effective. How effective were they? Okay, yeah, he was trying to get the ring and everything, but were they ever effective? Like really, the guys that were really doing his legwork, actually, what's it called? The Uruk-hai Witch King, Saruman had more and more effect than flipping Sauron when Sauron was flipping like an eye. So I'm gonna have to say Darth Vader, as far as power abilities go, wins this one. So guys, Vader wins it, takes it down to Sauron. So who should Vader fight next? Who do you think would be a formidable opponent that could take down Darth Vader? Do you disagree with the attributes? Do you think they should have more attributes? Tell me. Remember, please like the vid, share the vid. Remember to subscribe if you like the content. More content is definitely on its way. I'm here, man. I will see you again for another interesting superhero or movie character party. Peace out, stay true, stay good. Peace.